got great opportunity coming up this week against Arkansas. Play a really good SEC opponent. Would be great to go down there and have a great game and get a good win. And guys are looking forward to it. And it's the early game, 11 o'clock game, which is good. Get to get up and get playing and get going. And so we're looking forward to the challenge. That being said, questions.
I know it's just the next game, but is there a sense of just change in approach just because it's not a conference game and it is an SEC school and it's just a non-conference, just sort of switch up in the schedule?
No, I mean, to us, we're excited about the opportunity to every week you're excited to play. I think it's an added bonus that it's a SEC opponent, and you get to play a Power 5 school, and if you can go down there and get a win, it says a lot about your program. So our staff and our guys are excited. I expect them to give us everything they got. It's going to be a great challenge for us. They're a very talented team. They're a young football team. You could see where they do have a lot of talent, though, and they took Texas A&M down the stretch in Dallas. Really had an opportunity to win that game. So. We'll have our hands full for sure. So I think our guys are excited about it.
Where do you see that they've struggled? Because they're one of the bottom teams in that conference.
I think they've played some really good. SEC's tough, man. And so they've played some really good offensive football teams in that league, and then they've had some explosive plays hit against them and those kind of things. But we'll have to play our best game, for sure, on all three phases to have an opportunity to win. But I do think, if we do that, we'll be in the game and give ourselves a chance to go win the game.
Do you have any kind of conversations with Ty this week about playing that team? And I know personally for him, he's probably going to have some extra motivation this week.
I'm sure he will. I have not talked to him about it, but I think it'll be a special game for him. He's from Arkansas. That's where he played, former teammates. That's always a very special thing. But once you play, the game starts going and you play a snap or two, that's all out the window. You're just focused on the game and doing your job. But I know he'll be excited for the opportunity to go compete against, his former team for sure. It's just, that's his home state. He's very proud to be able to go back and play in front of them.
Are you worried about your team coming out sluggish at all with that early kick this Saturday?
No, I'm actually glad we're having the 11 o'clock game. I think I'd hate to have this, this 5:30 or 7 o'clock when everybody gets to tailgate and they're all ripping and roaring, So I think it gives you, I don't want to say it's an advantage but if you're going to be the away team, I'd rather have the early game. I don't expect our guys to be sluggish in any way. They love to play the game, and when the ball's kicked off, they'll be ready to go.
You had Malik Staples earlier this year playing against his former teammates. Did you notice anything in his play that you might tell Ty as far as not getting too pumped up? Did you really even see any of that on film from Malik?
No, I thought, Malik had a good game. He did some good things in that game. I don't, those things are just kind of all natural. We don't get in those kind of discussions. I'm sure Ty will be motivated and all those kind of things. But, I think it's to talk about certain things. It's just you're wasting oxygen, once the ball gets kicked off and you get going, and like I said, it's all out the window.
What was your assessment of the film review from FAU?
About what I thought it would be. I mean, kids played extremely hard. They did everything they could to go win the game. Like I said in my press conference, there was two plays that stuck out that I felt that I made a decision that I felt bad about. One was a sack fumble for the touchdown. Felt like I positioned our team, put them in a bad spot. Let's just say that. Ty was trying to make a throw on an RPO, had to hold it, and they brought pressure off the edge. And I could have game planned that better. I could have told him, hey, let's go ahead and max protect that. And I didn't, and so that's why we had the sack fumble. So that, to me, that was on me and not on our kids, And then the second thing, which we talked about, was the blocked field goal, coming back on the next play and throwing the interception. I felt like probably put Ty in a bad situation. Don't mind taking the shot at all, to be honest with you. Just wish I could have maybe positioned it better for him to make it an easier guess on the throw. I just felt like I put him in a bad situation, that he was almost forced to throw that ball, and the interception really hurt us. So those two plays stuck out.
Ty said that he could have checked down, or he had another option there. So, I mean, did he have another option, or was the command the entire time like take the shot down the field and let Lucky try to make something?
No, we have other options there, but there's certain plays where you're going to take the shot, and not that he's told to take the shot, but it's the job of a coach to make sure you try to give them the best chance and position them the best you can. And then when I looked at it on film, I'm like, Ty's in a bad spot. I shouldn't have put him in that spot. So, and that's what I love about Ty. He's going to try to take the blame, and so am I. That's what quarterbacks do. But I'm the head football coach, and it stops with me. And those two decisions ended up being costly for us.
I remember, I think it was the Charlotte game, you also said something like there was a costly decision that was a guy that was unblocked that led to a fumble sack, and you took that one as we were taking a shot there and didn't really prepare for that. So how have you balanced just taking shot plays or gambling with things throughout the year? You don't always talk about the ones that work, but the ones that don't go well, you talked about those. How do you that balance this year on taking shots?
There's a fine line between knowing when to take them and when not to take them, and having the right situation. I'm a little cautious sometimes because of our team, and is it the right time to do it just based upon matchups and the different people we're playing. But as the season has gone on, I've gotten more and more confident in being able to take the shots with our guys. You've seen over the past couple of weeks, Lucky's had some really good performances, and we've thrown it down there more and those kind of things. And it's been a natural progression, to be honest with you. But to answer your question, at the end of the day, it's a gut feeling, and that's what good play callers do. It's not the play, it's when to call the play. And we've been right on a lot of them, and I'm always going to be critical on the ones that don't work out.
As a first-time head coach, though, in that sense, like how much are you learning about yourself and that too? Like, because now the decisions do fall on you.
Yeah. Nothing. I don't feel any different than if I was an offense coordinator. Really, if you talk to Brian Ellis, he'd say the same thing. Hey, yeah, it's my fault. I should have set it up better or made it, a better situation. But that's more of a coordinator mindset, in my opinion. And the beauty of being a head coach is you're the one that gets to decide whether to do it or not. So, but I'll always will be open and honest about if I felt like something didn't go right, I'm going to say, hey, that's on me.
Do you like having a non-conference game this late in the season?
I do. I like playing in SEC late in the season. The only reason why I say that, Arkansas is going to be ready to play. I mean, they're going to be ready to go. So, but sometimes when I can remember playing LSU when I was here before, and it was late in the season, and LSU had a big game coming up, and I don't want to say we were an afterthought, but you may not get that team's best game sometimes. Now, I think Arkansas is a different situation. They're a younger team, they're a growing team. Every game is extremely important. They will definitely be ready to play. But sometimes, if you played an early SEC game, they're a healthy team. There's a lot of things that aren't going to go your way. I'd rather get them later in the season. Maybe they're looking for a playoff stretch, or maybe they're trying to look to the Alabama game or LSU game, that kind of thing. And maybe you can get them that way. I think that gives you the best chance.
With this game being broadcast on SEC Network, how nice is it for your team to get on the bigger stage, and even for recruiting and other things like that, for everyone to kind of be able to see WKU like that?
Yeah, anytime the WKU brand's out there and everybody can see it, that's a big thing. And you're able to be on a platform to put your best foot forward and show who you are. So, and our guys play with a chip on their shoulder. A lot of the guys, they want to move on to the NFL and keep their career going. And what a better way to do that on a national level. And so they're excited about that opportunity.
Maybe the timing of this non-conference game, then your bye week, comes at a good time, coming off back-to-back losses and having been in the grind of conference, kind of get that break from conference play before those final 2 games.
Yeah, I think it sets up good for us. Very challenging, down the stretch. Every team we play is going to be really good. But yeah, if you said to have the opportunity to have the bye week going into Southern Miss and then finishing with a Middle Tennessee, I do like that setup for sure.
They've gone through a few quarterbacks this year too, and they had a guy, KJ Jefferson, really step up in this last game and looked like provided them a spark. Just what do you see for them offensively and just going to different quarterbacks and finding somebody that seems to give them some energy now?
Well, I think the quarterback position is the one position that gives you the spark. And so sometimes it's not a guy's necessarily playing bad. If things just aren't going the way you want them to go, just that change-up can make all the difference. I think back to when I was at USC and the implementation of Sam Darnold and what that did for that football team, And so, you look at Ty. Ty's a great example. Steven was doing a nice job, and then Ty comes in and we win 4 in a row, And so that it does. It's the one position that can give you a spark, and, I think all their guys can, and I'm still evaluating them, but they got good football players in every position, and their quarterbacks are good players. So they'll definitely be riding and counting on their guys to go make it happen for them.
Does the message change, or from you or your coaching staff, in between like going from a winning streak to a losing streak to the team? Does like the motivation of the message change at all?
No, not at all. I do tell our football team, you're evaluated by your full body of work. There's a statement, what you do in November, they remember, It's, September's come and gone, October's come and gone, and down the stretch is kind of what you're remembered for. And I think everybody will look back on this football season and say, hey, this team played it really hard. This team positioned themselves to go win games. What I'd like to have them say at the end of the year is, hey, this team finished strong. They had a good year. They had a very successful year. A lot to be proud of. They accomplished a lot. So when we look back at the end of this month, I hope we're having those conversations. Now, is that going to be hard to do? There's no question, but you got to love that challenge, to have the opportunity to go get some quality wins at the end of the season and position yourself to, who knows? You may still be in the conference hunt. You never know. But to say you could go to a bowl and go win a bowl and all those kind of things, that's something for our university, our program to be proud of. So we got to try to make that happen.
What kind of niche have you found for Parker Howell now coming in a lot of the times as that extra blocking guy down there? I mean, you got to play a lot on the line before, but just in a different role this year.
Yeah, I've really been pleased with how he's done. He's really embraced his role. He's doing a really good job. He jokes about when am I going to get a ball thrown to me, but we'll see if that happens or not. But he's doing a phenomenal job, and we just felt like we needed to get, for what we were trying to do in the run game, we needed that bigger body in there to be able to hold the point and those kind of things. And so I've been very pleased with how we've utilized him and what he's done.
Usually on a matchup with a Power 5 team and a Group of 5 team, you can look on the outside and say, well, the SEC school, they're just going to have better athletes. And obviously Arkansas isn't in the best spot they've ever been in, but just from what you've been able to see, how do you think your team matches up physically with Arkansas?
Let me say, I'll be careful with my words because our football team, I love their attitude. They are what an SEC football team talent should be. They're no different than a lot of the teams that I've played. So yes, they are a talented football team. Talent does not decide who wins and loses a game. It's all the things. It's field position, it's turnovers, it's being at the right place at the right time, doing your job, having momentum. Those are the things that win the game. And so that's the beauty of college football, is I really don't care who the most talented team is. If you do your job on all 3 phases, you make your plays, you're going to have an opportunity to win the game. Our team believes that, and so we just got to keep that going. And if we carry that blueprint into Arkansas and we make that happen, we'll be very happy.